What's going on, guys? It's Lark here. Today I wanted to review MaidSafe. I know I said I wasn't going to do any regular coin reviews this week, but I wanted to just do one for everyone who's, based in the US and, can't watch, or don't want to watch all the ICO reviews. Hey, we're going to talk about MaidSafe because that's a fun coin and it's been on my radar for a long time to review, so we're going to get into it and have a look at it today. Now, quick shout out, as always, to everyone who is hitting that like button and subscribe to the channel, guys. I really, really appreciate that support, so thank you so much. And of course, quick disclaimer, this is not professional financial advice, guys. This is just me and my passion for cryptocurrencies. So, what is MaidSafe? MaidSafe is seeking to solve the centralization problem of the internet. So, you may or may not realize it, but all of your data has to go live somewhere. And every time you hit a like button and, write about what you had, the smashed avocado on toast that you had for breakfast, all of us millennials out there eating our smashed avocado on toast, every time you guys do that, that data has to be stored somewhere. And because giant telecoms run the internet, all of that data is stored in giant centralized warehouses. You guys may or may not know this. It's a fun fact. It actually uses more power. Your iPhone uses more power than your refrigerator simply because of all the data storage that all the stuff you do on the internet takes. It's not the charging of the phone, but all the data storage actually takes a lot of power. So, what is MaidSafe really trying to do? Basically, right now, your data is so vulnerable to hacking. And look, hey, I know that they've got great security systems and all this stuff, but look, any centralized system can be hacked. It's not a matter of if, but when. If a hacker really, really wants to get in and steal your data. And we've seen this time and time again. All kinds of leaks. Someone got in and stole the Game of Thrones. People have gotten, pictures of lots of different actresses' tits. None of their names come to my mind, but this stuff keeps happening. And why does it keep happening? It's because all the data is in a freaking centralized place. Credit card data, all stored in a centralized place. All of it's centralized. What they want to do, they want to encrypt and decentralize. Now, this technology, the idea they're developing here is very, very powerful and a really great idea. Basically, if you were to store something online, for example, right? It would actually, instead of going to a centralized server, it would actually be fragmented, encrypted, and then stored. So in order to get that, you can only get it with your password. So if you want to get that information back, it would be, de-encrypted and brought back to you from the many decentralized sources where it is and come back over to you. So that's a really great idea, actually. So it's a system that will grow with the more users who adapt it. So it will continue actually to grow in speed as more and more people use the MaidSafe system. Unlike centralized servers, which actually get slower the more and more people use it. How many people have ever tried to get like an airline ticket for like $1? Oh my God, they have $1 airline tickets. I'm gonna get one. Yeah, the website crashes. It can't handle the load because it's all centralized. All the traffic's going to one place. You get stuck in a traffic jam, essentially. But with the decentralization, that's much less likely to happen. In fact, almost impossible to happen, as actually the more computers online, actually the faster it will go, not the opposite. So I like that. This is a really great innovation for the new internet. In fact, that's kind of what MaidSafe wants to do. MaidSafe's an old company. They've been around since 2006 or something like this. They've been working on this for a really, really long time. They actually want to replace the internet, or be the next internet. Maybe not replace it, but, and it's a really great idea because the internet, as Tim Berners-Lee kind of envisioned it, wasn't this massive corporate, everyone gets screwed by giant corporations. They steal your data, they sell your data, they charge you giant fees in order to use the services, et cetera, et cetera. It can be much more democratic, right? The decentralization of everything. It's important. It's really important, guys. There's no reason that these companies need to be doing this. Not in the modern era. These things can be replaced. So, is MaidSafe going to be the company to do that? I don't know. But they certainly have been working on it for a long time and do have really great ideas with the whole idea here. So now you might ask, okay, well, how am I going to make money off this except for just investing in the coin? Well, you can actually rent out your computer space, right? So you can provide bandwidth and stuff to the network itself and then be paid in SafeCoin in return. So that's great. You actually get paid for renting out your computer space or your CPU space, your bandwidth space, right? Your storage space. So that's really good. You know, the big telecoms certainly don't offer anything like that, do they? There will only ever be 4.3 billion coins, which actually isn't that crazy much if they actually, you know, become the next internet. That's actually a tiny amount of coins comparatively. Interesting. Now, MaidSafe's not a blockchain or anything like that. It's just, you know, a new tech. And so this is, you know, a tradable coin, but it's not a blockchain in itself. So something to keep in mind. So this is working on a proof of resource. So they call it farming, basically. So by having your space on the network, basically, and providing into the network, you will get paid out, which I like. You might say, well, gosh, doesn't this sound a lot like SIA or Storage or Filecoin? Yeah, it's got some similarities, right? Except those projects all really just do straight up data storage. They're not looking to, you know, become the next internet and to decentralize the way we use the internet, which is nice. You might say, well, okay, renting out my computer space, doesn't that sound like Golem? Well, again, MaidSafe's trying to go a little bit farther, right? They don't want to just do computing space. Golem's got its specific use. SIA's got its specific use. MaidSafe's trying to be something more than all that stuff combined. Whether or not they succeed, who knows? Now, two big concerns I've got here is the project just too damn big? Is it too much to try to do? And will people use it? It's actually one concern. I'm putting those two together as I have another concern coming up. But it's a really, really big project, and it's a really, really big scope to actually try to, you know, be the next internet, so to speak. So I do worry a bit about that. You know, and will people be using it? Because that's the essential part. If people don't use it, it doesn't matter, essentially. But if people are getting paid to rent out their computer space and they can market it properly, et cetera, well, yeah, maybe. Great team, of course, as always. Blah, blah, blah. Everyone loves great teams. So, currently the alpha testing is in progress. Beta coming up at some point in the future, no definitive date. And, of course, the release for MaidSafe is still some indeterminate time in the future. Privacy, security, and freedom is coming. Great. So, look, it's a great idea, but it's not happening yet. It's not, you know, it's not there. They haven't released yet. So that's something to keep in mind, too, before you run off and invest all your money in this. The other thing is, it's a small company, MaidSafe. Look, I know they've got a pretty decent market cap here. $286 million is nothing to be shy about. But who is their competition? The world's biggest telecom companies who have ungodly amounts of money. That worries me a bit. Now, we're at 63 cents today. Well, that's great news. However, if you look at the charts here, the price to Bitcoin, which really is what matters at the end of the day, unless you're trading everything in USD Tether and somehow bought MaidSafe with USD Tether, well, then maybe that's a different story for you, and you're actually more concerned about the price of the dollar. But actually, according to the price of Bitcoin, it's actually a bit down at the moment. You know, it was actually trading much higher back in July to the price of Bitcoin, even though the dollar amount was down. So you do have to keep that in mind, and that's one thing, you know, I know I don't mention enough, and a lot of people don't mention enough, actually, is the price of these different assets to Bitcoin, because that's what anyone cares about. It's all about the Bitcoin, guys. You know that. Now, if you do want to pick up some MaidSafe, I would say try to pick it up for less than 10,000 Satoshis. It's at 14,000 right now. It's had a pretty big pump up in the past couple of days, but, you know, everything's being bought up in the market at the moment. So if you can pick it up for a bit less than that, I'd say try to be patient. Try to pick it up for, 10,000 if you can. It's been down there quite a few. I don't think that's useful looking all the way back there, actually, but only mid-August it was down well below 10,000. Now, the jump we've seen in the past week, probably unsustainable long-term for a lot of these coins to be pumping at such a high value. And remember, this project hasn't actually been released yet. So, that's something to keep in mind. If you can pick it up for less than 10,000, I'd say that's probably where you're going to jump in at. But, if you really believe in this project and you think it's something that's going to go well, then, picking it up for 13,000, 14,000 Satoshis isn't the worst thing in the world either. But I'd say, guys, be a little patient with this one. I think it will go back down, but you never know. Crypto world's a crazy place. It could just shoot to the moon and be worth $5 in a week. I don't think so, but you never know. You never know, guys. It's a crazy world out there. Crazy world. So anyway, guys, I want to know, what do you think about MaidSafe? Are you invested in it? Were you lucky enough to pick some up when it was, well down below 10,000 over here somewhere? Did you pick it up a few weeks ago when it was all the way down below 9,000 Satoshi? It was great. That was great. Are you invested in it? Are you holding it? Do you think it's a great project? Have I missed any giant glaring things that make this, the best thing since sliced bread? Let me know about it in the comment section down below, guys. That's all from the Crypto Lark. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time.